Welcome to the deep woods of North Florida, or at least our neck of the woods. I'm Randy.
I'm Tammy.
And we want to welcome you to our channel. It's all about living. It's all about anything and everything we do.
Yep.
And one of the things that we do is we build crab traps.
Yeah.
And we do commercial crabbing when the boat's in the water.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do right now is I want to show you this. I've actually done a little bit of research, and I went on the internet on bending crab wire, and I couldn't find anything in particular that efficiently revolutionized the way that you bend crab wire. She's over here making eyes at me. Because I'm going to tell you what, for some of you guys out there that do build crab traps, and especially if you're a crabber and you build your own crab traps, you're looking to build 150 at a time. And it takes a lot of time and energy to cut the wire.
Yeah.
Okay, so, or if you build crab traps for a living and you're cranking out hundreds, one right after the other, you're going to want a way to efficiently bend the wire too.
Well, they probably have a good bending system if they're putting out that many a month.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you look at all the crabbers around here and all the crab trap builders. I mean, there's not really what you would call like a commercial assembly line where everything's robotic.
Right. No.
Nothing around here, especially in this old-timey fishing community where we live.
Yeah, here
there is not really an automated process for building traps.
Oh no, it's a craft. It's a craft.
It's definitely, and it's all done by hand. Okay, but what we came up with was a way to bend the crab trap wire. And when we first started building traps, if I worked from sun up to sundown, I could get about 40 to 50 a week built. I mean, that means up, carrying the coffee outside, start work, take a lunch break, run back inside, well, for lunch. And during the summertime, you have to go in for an hour or so until the sun went down behind the trees. It was just, it was brutal, or what I would call Mortal Kombat. All right.
And fight the bugs.
And fight the bugs and everything that goes with that. But we figured out a way to bend the wire that took us from probably 150 traps in a month. And if we actually diligently worked at it and put in the time and effort that we did in the past, we'd probably be like 400 traps a month. But I'm going to tell you, you build this table, you're going to get lazy. Okay, because what used to take you 4 hours, now you can get done in about an hour and a half. I mean, it's that quick. We take a roll of wire, 150-foot roll, inch and a half square, cut it, bend it, and stack it in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll just show you that clip real quick. We did a little recording of cutting the wire and bending it, and you can see how efficient it is, one right after the other.
Yeah, we're just one right.
So stick around. I'm not going to go into too much detail on how the table is built, but I will show you how I put it together in case you want to build one. I built the entire table from scratch and set up for about $150.
In an afternoon.
In an afternoon, within a couple of hours or so. It doesn't take that much time. Table took about an hour, and then about another half hour, 45 minutes or so to assemble these pieces back in there. If you got to build with what I reuse, probably take you another hour. But let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
And if you got any questions or any comments, leave them down below. If you've got a better way to bend this wire,
we're all
ears. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get to it. All right, to go ahead and get started on this project, aside from the wood, all I used to build this table with was a skill saw and a screw gun. I use a T25 bit, 3-inch deck screws, 2-inch deck screws. Did I say 1.5 pounds each? That's what you're gonna need. You're also gonna need to get about 3 hinges, cabinet hinges, probably about that long. I'll show those to you in just a minute. You're gonna need 8 pressure treated 2x4s. No, not 8, you're gonna need 10. You need 10 pressure treated 2x4s. And you're gonna need also a 4x8 sheet of plywood, CDX, exterior, 3/4 inches. Okay, now your 2x4s, what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut runners for the top and the bottom. I cut each of these at 8 feet. Okay, you're gonna need 4 legs. I cut each of those at 29 inches. You're gonna need cross members to go from one side to the other, upper and lower on both sides. Okay, and you're gonna wanna cut each of those cross members at 45 inches apiece. Now there's 6 that you're gonna need, and you're gonna run 2 up underneath of the plywood to help support the table. All right. What I did initially is I constructed the frame for the front side and the back side. And then what I did is I took the cross members, my 45-inch cross members, and then basically hooked it together. It's not rocket science. Now, when you go to put the upper and lower runners on the table, you're going to want to make sure that your leg, when you screw it in, is 1.5 inches, leaves an overhang on the 2x4 about 1.5 inches. And when you put the bottom runner on there, you're going to want to raise that about 6 inches. And when you get done screwing everything together, what you end up with is a 4x8 table. Nice and clean. Now you can use this table for anything. You can use it for gardening. You can use it to work on your small engines. You can do any kind of work you need to do on this. And actually it can sit outside and you're not gonna have to worry too much about the table going bad on you. Not with pressure treated material. This table here, I'm assuming, is probably going to last about 8 to 10 years. The last one, we had a half-life on it of 5 years. We had it for 5 years, 10 years worth of life. I'm guessing that that's what this will do too. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you the mechanics of how the table works and what I had to do to get it to a point to where we could use it to bend crab wire. Now, the only thing I didn't have to do this time around when I built this is I didn't have to build this flapper, I guess you could call it. I never really did have a name for it. But now you got to cut this. You know, the trap panels get bent at 2 feet. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to need some metal edges to have something firm to bend up around. I used an old metallic or metal or aluminum
T-square
yardstick. The numbers and everything were kind of fading. Really wasn't of any use to me, so I just kind of repurposed it here. Drilled me some holes, run some deck screws in it. Now your measurement from this point here to this point here is going to be 1/8 of an inch shorter than 2 feet. So, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to cut this at about 1 3/4. You're going to put your metal strips on it, and you're going to set these up to where the distance across is 1/8 of an inch shorter than 2 feet. All right. Now, as far as the depth goes, this just needs to be long and wide, or long enough, I guess, so that it covers your trap panel. Now, this flapper or bender arm right here. This is an old piece of decking board that I used. I cut the rounded edge off so it was flat up against the side. And then I bought these hinges at Ace Hardware. Okay, now when you go to buy a hinge, make sure you buy a sturdy hinge. Don't buy the skinny one. Okay, and it really does not need to go from end to end. This right here is strong as that is, and with those deck screws you got plenty of leverage there to bend that wire up. This handle right here, I just cut a piece of 2x2, screwed it into the top of that. I got the same hinge right here on the back of the flapper, I guess. I don't know. And you know, I got it screwed in with deck screws also. I just laid the hinge flat along the back, screwed that down, and then lifted it up, folded up the hinge, and then screwed it in there onto the bottom. And so when you do that, you know, voila. This one here is built the same way as the other one. Now also what I did is I set my skill saw so that I could cut this channel out on each side. I cut it wide enough so that this could lay down inside of it. And like I said, you know, this length right here is all dependent upon just eyeballing it and guessing about how much room you're going to need to put your panel on when you bend it. Now what I did after I did the cutouts for the benders, I took those cutouts and then I used those as stops. So when you slide the wire through, so after you get it butted up here and your wire is laying across here, you just want to make sure that your mesh is lying on the inside of that hinge and then between your metal edge, and then you can bend it just like that. Okay, so there you go. I mean, this setup is so easy and it's so simple that even Tammy, you know,
yeah, even I can do it.
even she can do it, and she can bend the wire. And if you've got somebody that works with you and there's two of you, this is a great way. You can even do it by yourself like this. I mean, I do it all the time. You know, 15 minutes of work for the both of us actually turns into about 25 or 30 for me because I'm going back and forth. But other than that, it's easy and simple enough. Tammy can do it. All right, thanks for visiting us out here in the deep woods of North Florida, in our neck of the woods. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more content like this, you know, just hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss the next video.
Yep, hit that hype button too.
Oh yeah, Tammy says to hit the hype button. Y'all take care. Have a good one.
Bye.